Hi guys, Luke for the Matias Group once again, with what seemingly the whole world shifting from sedans and hatches into the SUV market, and most of our client base, to be honest with you. Subaru did something really smart. They sort of placed a car halfway. It's halfway between the sedan, or at least a wagon, and an SUV, and they call it the Outback. We're in the Subaru Outback 3.6R, which is their premium range topper over there at Subaru in this class, and the car is somewhere around the $50,000 mark, early 50s. At which point there is quite a bit of there's a lot of competition in this space, so I was really eager to get across a few of them. With the Subaru discontinuing the Forester, the current Forester model, and which they're re-engaging again later this year, the Outback is a real push for them at the moment. There's a lot of value and there's a lot of people buying them. What does it feel like? This is the first time I've ever actually driven an Outback, and we've had it for a couple of hours now, and it's a terrific car. We're talking here, this is a family SUV, wagon. I don't even know how they quite class it. I think they call it both. It's a real blend. There seems to be so much room in this thing. I've sat in the back. The seats are adjustable. The seats let you lean back. There's so much comfort in there and so much space. The boot is gigantic on this thing. Perfect for a family, perfect for going away, hiking, snowboarding, skiing, golf, whatever it might be. There's so much room in this. What I like in the car, what I like in the 3.6R is it has 3 modes of driving. It's got regular economy, it's got the sports mode, which then you press the SI drive button and it goes into their sporty, more attacking mode. Revs are higher, suspension just feels a bit more stable. It's got rid of that roll that you feel in the economy mode, the comfort mode. I feel like I'm driving something pretty aggressive when I look down at the wheel. There's buttons everywhere. It reminds me of an 80s arcade game. I feel like I'm going to start shooting the bad guys or something like that. But they're all there for a reason. It looks quite tasteful. It's got the paddle shifts for those who want it. I've personally had paddle shifts on my last few cars. I've maybe used them for about 15 minutes all up, so it's not a deal breaker for me. But it is nice to be there. One thing that everyone loves about the Subarus is the 4-wheel drive. Here's a perfect opportunity. The 4-wheel drive in the Subarus, what we did then was we came up behind somebody. The sensors saw that I was going too fast for the situation. They started beeping, and then we swerved out the way. The 4-wheel drive held me really stable. Might not have held Toby's too stable because he wasn't quite aware I was going to be doing that. But you feel confident in the wet, in the dry. The 4-wheel drive Subaru system is really nice. Really pushed from the Impreza and the off-road touring cars. It's a terrific system, and they stick with it with their whole range. One thing they have brought in recent years is their radar technology and their cruise control. This is, at this price point, as good as it gets as safety, as cruise control systems go. It reminds me very much of the Mercedes version. It brings you up to speed, it slows you down, it starts you, it takes you around slight corners. I think it's 10 degrees, and it's just a really easy drive. That's terrific technology at this price point, that it really sets this aside from some of its competitors. What are its competitors? There are very few cars like the Subaru Outback, which is why it's such a smart move. You look at the Mazdas and you've got this, obviously the CX-5s, but that's a genuine SUV. It's a smaller SUV. This is like a wagon stroke SUV. It's like a wagon that they pump the tires up, and it gives you that strong seating position, strong road presence. The dashboard's nice. One thing that is great is jumping into your car and know, I used to say Apple CarPlay or whatever it's called, but now I'm going to say Android Auto. You plug your phone in and it all arrives on the screen there, everything integrates. It's a really nice piece. Subaru have got their own technology, their own maps and their own system, which, to be honest, I find a little bit clunky, but the fact that they've got integration with Apple and Android phones, that is terrific. The systems all of a sudden are fabulous. Their own system doesn't need to be that strong because you don't use it. The integration with your phone, emails, messages, maps, etc., etc., warnings, you can okay Google, okay hi Siri, all the, oh, I think you just picked me up saying that. I really like driving it. Funnily enough, we've got a Forester in front of us, and that's a much bigger car than this. Again, it's a lovely vehicle. I love the all-wheel drive system in the SUV. I feel as though this is plenty of car though. $50,000 or however much per month is really good value here. Who buys it? Man, they've got a big market, which means they've also got a good resale. What I'd suggest with these cars is keeping to the basic colours, black, white, silver greys, and then you've got men and women, you've got old and young, you've got professional, retired, sporty, guys and girls who like to get out in the snow and out in the wilderness. The four-wheel drive is just perfect for going up through the hills. It's an outdoors car, which means the simple fact is that a lot of people are willing to buy the car once it's used. Subaru have a great resale because of this. I really like this. A little bit rolly, but for what this car is, for the market position that it's trying to plug, it's done it really well. Thanks today to our friends over at Subaru Docklands. We have known them over there for many, many years, and we've bought dozens of cars through them, and we really thank them for the support. Anyone who's looking at jumping into a Subaru, we can help arrange a test drive. We can help give them a bit of guidance around what it looks like, what the future values look like, and I really quite like them. So I will wholly encourage you to jump behind the wheel on these things. Terrific value. Luke for the Matias Group, we will see you next time. Do us a favor, jump onto our Instagram, jump onto our Facebook, share the love, get behind our YouTube channel. We're trying to bring as much value and attention to our network as we possibly can. So thank you so very much for the feedback, for the questions, for the love. It's terrific. Thank you.